Hi. So, hello and welcome back to today's episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. And I do just see that you can see something in the background. I don't want this. So, yeah, that's right. Hello. This is also gonna be only just me talking video, where I'm just talking about some shit that is in my mind. And this time I think it's going to be about book summaries, because this is one of the things that, actually, have been quite supporting me. I would, yeah. And this is also quite a thing that this channel or this podcast, wherever you're watching this right now, is consisting of. Most of the things and most of the episodes or videos that I've did are basically somehow based, quote unquote, on book summaries or articles and all these things. So I'm not relying on them. This is something that I'm truly trying to do. This is also one of the reasons why I somehow do want to make more of these only talking videos, besides the fact that, only reading all the time is something it's doesn't feel that great over just, an hour a day, because, on a weekend I always put out two 30-minute videos, and that I do just have to kind of, talk straight, especially when I'm reading something, then you just have to talk straight for an hour, which is not that good for your voice. Really not that good, especially if you, like me, do not have anything to drink there. Something you should not do. If you're making any videos, if you're talking, I don't know, if you're doing a podcast, please have always something to drink somehow, that you can actually grab it just really, really quickly, because you'll need it. This should be the thing. So, book summaries. Book summaries and book summaries site. Book summaries are an incredible source for knowledge, at my point of view. The reason why I've always been quite, not relying, but I've always used book summaries is that the information there is quite great and truthful. The thing with all the articles and whatever you're just thinking about is that, a lot of people online just talk about bullshit, or they're putting out bullshit, which is not that great. Like, I do not really want to say that, with book summaries there is no BS and everything is great and whatever. It's not. Like, sometimes, and quite often as well, there are also just books that are not great, or the resources used in this book, or the information delivered through this book isn't that great, or isn't even that truthful. It really isn't. It doesn't really have to be the case, and I do not really just want to put the medium on a pedestal, because it doesn't make any sense. This is the whole discussion with the exact same discussion is with just the email versus the letter thing. Like, who cares? Still, I do not understand myself for actually kind of preferring a letter over an email, even though it's quite the same exact shit. Like, if somebody's writing you an email with the exact same text as with the letter, or with a letter as a medium, then the letter just creates more of a feeling of feeling great, or feeling pleasured, or somehow feeling appreciated or something. I understand, it's about, this person takes more time to actually write it down with the hand, going to the post office, giving it them, and they send it to you. It takes a lot of fucking time. And it involves a little bit more of effort, maybe. So, maybe it's because of this, but I don't know. It's just really, it's just really bullshit, to really be honest, because it's the exact same text with the exact same feelings. Like, what the fuck? Let's put this aside. Book summaries. as said, quite a great source for information, and also quite a great source for information that is just worth going through it. There are totally some websites and some places online where just besides the whole book summary sites, where you can get a lot of great information. There really are. For example, TED Talks. TED Talks are just incredibly great. You can get a lot of information out of them, and also the TED blog site, where you can actually just read through some articles from these TED talkers, or that are somehow based on these, which is also great, and which can also kind of lead to a lot of great information, and a lot of information that is just valuable and then can give you some value to your life. And maybe just have to look up something. Yeah, because I'm actually having an art history test on Monday, and there it's always quite a lot to learn. Basically a lot of dates and a lot of just painters and a lot of artists and whatsoever. So it's always quite, yeah, it takes up a lot of time of yours to actually going to go through this and just to learning this, but it's great. Even though I'm just really appreciating that I'm able to learn these things quite fast. I think this is one of the things that I'm just able to learn the fastest. But yeah, back to the topic. By the way, even though it's just really fucking big, here's my Instagram. So I am on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and I'm putting out there just, by now 8 posts a day. So there's always coming new content and always coming new information and great insights, and or also stories of mine or personal things or whatsoever. So please check it out. It's in the video description if you're on YouTube video, and or in the podcast description if you are on the podcast, or actually podcast episode description, because it's the podcast has a description itself, and the podcast episode has a description as well on it itself, but never mind. So what are the best book summary sites out there? So I've actually been going through a lot of them, to be honest. There were quite a lot, and there's still quite a lot, and I think I will still just gonna experience way more through the churn that I'm having. And I've even been thinking about actually having my own site where I basically the funny thing about it would be that I would basically, I think, just summarize the summaries that might even be summarized already from other people. And because I'm not reading any books at the time, I am somehow reading the I never gonna get it. This is basically the book that I'm currently reading. Let's do it like this. This is Marketing from Seth Godin. It's quite a great book. It's I don't know, I do not really want to say that this is a bad book, because it isn't. It really isn't. And also some other people say that it is an incredibly great book, but I kind of feel like maybe I do not understand everything that he's just talking about, or it is I don't know, maybe it's just maybe I just know all of these things already, but as I said, it is quite a book still that that is worth going through. At my point of view, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, not willing to actually say, okay, this is a bad book, because it's from Seth, and Seth is a great author. Seth Godin is really a great author of a lot of great books, especially The Linchpin and The Dip. I've really been enjoying these summaries about these two books, but yeah, the problem there is I'm not reading that many books so that I could do this, but yeah, so the first one, should I actually put something on there? Yeah, so the best book summary sites that are somehow free, one of them is not free, is first of all the 4minutebooks.com, which is from Niklas, I think, the author of the summary is called, who is actually quite successful with it, and he's really been quite successful, and he's had deals with companies like Blinkist, which is basically an app and software or a platform, whatever you wanna actually. Why? By the way, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. The last episode, the episode that I've just recorded before that one, I actually also used this cap. And somehow, I don't know, maybe, never mind. So, so the 4minutebooks.com or something like this. So it's a green website. You should totally kind of find it. I'm gonna link all of them down in the description to let you check them out. It is a great book. The problem about this book is it is basically a book summary site about book summaries. So it's basically, he is basically summarizing all the books that are on Blinkist. And Blinkist is, as I said, a platform and or a software or app or whatever that is actually kind of summarizing, or this is a group, it is a company, and they're summarizing the books and putting it onto this app or website or whatever you want to tell it. It is great. It really is great. I've tried it. They've been great. You can learn something from it. There's also always an audiobook version of it, so you can also read it or listen to it, which is, I think, just incredible. And also one of the reasons why I'm doing both. Like, I do understand that some people would like to just read along with me, and I do understand that people like me that are quite often on the go and do just want to have some information during or while they are just, going around, doing some shit, whatever. It's just incredibly nice. So the summaries, like the website also says, you can read them in 4 minutes. And they're really not detailed. They just give you a lot of great insights, for a lot of books. They're just a really great database on books and whatsoever. So it is incredible. It's really incredible. But they're quite short and they aren't that detailed. So I don't know, and everything is for free, which is not the same case with Blinkist. So Blinkist has a subscription service or subscription system, which I totally understand, because it is a lot of work to actually summarize all the books and whatsoever. So I understand that they're doing this, but they're not that cheap. Like, for me, I'm a student, I'm not having my own income. It is just, I do not have an income yet. I just, was willing to use this ad effect, this whole black and white thing. I was really just into it. Is there actually something else that I could use? I could use this, maybe I'm just using this, by the way. So I don't know, maybe you're using this, maybe you'll just, go through it, maybe you just find a book that you're just really interested in it. The problem there is also that it's not categorized into just physiology, psychology. They're all non-fiction, if I remember correctly, even though that's quite like, sometimes there are books that are like fiction somehow, but have non-fiction content. But still, the second side is that I've been on quite for a lot of time is actually the samuelthomasdavies.com website. As I said, I'm linked all down in the description so that you can go through them and just have a look on them and whatsoever. So it really is a great website. It really, really is, because there are a lot of books and the book summaries are somehow quite detailed. So you get definitely something out of it, and it is definitely a longer read than 4 minutes, which is great, which is really great. And you for sure get something out of it. Everything is categorized. There are a lot of books. It is completely free. It is completely free. No kind of unnecessary things like, I'm going to go through one of these things, actually, which are quite sad, Never mind. It is a great website. There are some books, quite a lot of them. I won't say that there are as many books as on the 4minutebooks.com website, because there's just a lot of books. There's just so many books, but yeah, there's still quite a lot of categories and quite a lot of books, and so it will take you some time to actually go through all of them. Like, you could be able to go through them just in a day, I guess, but it would be like, okay, from 0 to 100, like from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. maybe. But yeah, wrong one. Another book summary site. There are so many. There are really a lot of book summary sites, but most of them are. One of the things that I'm also appreciating and that I'm also looking forward to is actually having a book site where you can actually read it on the phone and on the PC, which is a responsible site that is somehow adapting to the screen that you're using. Like some sites, which is something I totally hate, and I do not understand that there are already or that there are actually websites up to now that do not have this feature of the responsibility. It is just fucked up if you want to just read these things on the phone, because it is either have to scroll into two sites, like horizontal and then vertical, which is just it's not that user friendly. But also a great website is James Clear's website with the book summaries, and he's having some books. Not that many, really not that many, just a few of them, but all of them are quite great and also very, very known, I would say, just most of them, I would say, and they are great. Like, if I remember correctly, there is actually a long summary and a 3-sentence summary. The 3-sentence summary and also the 4-minute book summary are quite great for you if you just, if you really kinda wanna just need some information and or some knowledge just for content you're putting out on Instagram or on social media in general, or for your YouTube video, or just some really small inspirational things that just should be there quite fast. Like, you want to get some information, some knowledge right ahead without without taking too much time or using up too much time, then it's great. So the James Clear, I hope it's just if it's not James Clear, if it's spelled somehow differently, I will just link it anyways in the description. And yeah, then the next one would be actually the paulminus.com website. Incredible website, really incredible. I would even somehow say that it is one of the best ones on this quiet list, because it is really great. It really is a great one. And the good thing about it is there are so many books. There are really a lot of books. I think there are 20 pages x, for sure 5 books. So there should be somehow 100 book summaries. A lot of pretty great books, a lot of not that known books, and a lot of books that are just really, really known, like, maybe Hooked, if you know this one, or also just This is Marketing by Seth Godin is also one of the books. The Dip by Seth Godin, then Gary Vee's books, I think all of them quite, which are, I think, also on the 4minutebooks.com and also on the samuelthomasdavies.com. But it is a great website. And the good thing about it is totally free. Like, the James Clear is free, the Samuel Thomas Davies, the 4-minute books, and the Paul Minus is free. So those 4 at a time are free. And the good thing about the paulminus.com website is that there's actually a blog and there's actually a summary site. Like, I'm always on the summary site, so it's just something to mention. Maybe it's just interesting for some, but But what did I want to say? They're detailed, right? They're very, very detailed summaries. Like, they're pretty long. They're really somewhat long. Maybe I could... I'm just a stupid motherfucker. You know why? fourminutebooks.com. I'm now going to show you all of these book summaries sites, because why not? I do have the ability and do not know why I'm not using it. So this is the first one. This is the 4minutebook.com website, which is from... There was his name somehow? Never mind. So then you click on Start Reading. And then... yeah, there you have it. The problem there is there's nothing categorized, so there's a list of all the categories that are in these books, or all these books are about, and then you have all these summaries. It's amazing, right? It really is. I don't know what to say, but it's just a lot. So there you can see, okay, you're clicking one of them. I'm hoping I'm getting no problems with anything right now. And then you have just a little one-sentence summary, and then a quote. And then if you scroll down, there's actually somehow 3 lessons from the book, like here. And then you scroll down, and then there are the 3 lessons, which is a bit, it's not that much. Then let's see the James Clear 3-sentence summaries. Yeah, here you can see. There you have a book, 10% Happier. I've also featured this on the channel, so maybe you just look it up or search it on YouTube here above me quite. There you can see there's a little 3-sentence summary here, and then you could also just click on the read the full book summary thing, and there's also a quite detailed, not that long, but still quite detailed site. I haven't been a lot on this site actually, because there are totally some. You can see that there are a lot. Maybe I should actually be more on this website. I should totally be more. There are some books that oh my fucking god. There are actually some books that I haven't never seen, which is great because I've seen so many fucking books. I should go through one of them. It's actually great that I'm actually, showing you these things. The Samuel Thomas is already there. Funny thing. By the way, these shortcuts on the website, so on the front page thing, I haven't made them. They are not mine. Actually, they're there somehow. So, Amazon could be because of me, but I don't know. So there you have the business books. Then you have biographies, leadership, philosophy, and let's see at all the book summaries. There you can also see the news book. And yeah, then you have business books, biographies, health, fitness, leadership, philosophy, psychology, self-help, writing, book summaries. Like a book about how to write books, basically. Let's take a quick look at the biography section. There are some very interested ones. By the way, Chris Hadfield, very interesting person. Very interesting person. You should totally look up his life. It is very interesting. Yeah, let's actually take his summary already. Then you have just a cover and also some links to the audiobook, the Kindle and the print version of it. Then you have a 3-sentence summary. Then the 5 big ideas, the 5 big ideas of the summary. And then if you scroll down, you can totally see it is quite a long one. Not that long. You could totally go through it in 30 minutes or something. However, it depends on how fast you can read and whatsoever. And yeah, then the Paul Miners. The Paul Miners is a little bit a tricky site, because to really get to the section where you can see all of these websites, it takes you some time, because there you can see, you only see the names of the books. For example, the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, very, very incredibly just known book. And yeah, like, yeah, and then you can go through these and click on them. Actually, it is quite nice that there is no cover, because it doesn't distract you from the whole title and the little description that is already there. But if you want to have titles or some pictures to just look at, you should go to you should click on a summary. It doesn't matter which one it is, actually. Then you have some actually a contents table, a small introduction, and then you can already see this all is summary. I still have to mention my window is fairly small, so this also just makes the whole thing a little bit longer, but it's still the same proportion to the other book summaries as with a bigger window. And if you then want to have some more or some bigger or some pictures, then click on the book summaries on the categories down there, and then you can see it. Wow, another book summary. Declutter Your Mind by Barry Davenport. And then you can see these are all book summaries, and there are some pages. I think it was somehow 20 or something. But yeah, so this was the Paul Miners. Then we have the powermoves.com website. The powermoves.com. Why haven't I thought about actually using, the abilities that I'm having? Like, I'm sitting there only talking into the camera, but I could have used the screens as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this episode be what it is. So I think that's still great. There you can see there are more than 400 book summaries on the site, even though I think there are way more of them, because I don't know, there are just way more. And there you can already see a lot of great books. The good thing about this site is that there's actually a section where you can see categories, like social skills books like these here, and they're also rated. So the books are also rated, which is just incredibly great. You can see it there. It is just fine. It's just really great to be like, okay, this seems to be a great book, and I think you can rely on the author, because he has been going through so many books, like more than 400. I think you can really rely on his opinion about books and if they're good or not. But let's see. No, it's down there. Speed learning, book summaries. There should also be somehow, all the books that he's featuring that are here, quite long. A lot of categories also, for example, like body language and or persuasion, manipulation, which you can find on no other book summary site. So in terms of categorizing, the rating, user experience, user friendliness, and all these things, it is the best website, I would say. Because everything, as I said, is categorized, and there are some even dating resources for men and women, which should be down there or up there. So they are quite a lot. They're really a lot. I actually updated the website, as I see right now. And if you want to see what the best books are, maybe you've already seen it. Oh. Okay. Reading list, best books. Then you have it like, okay, you can also click on the 10 best books here. And then you have some like the 10th place or the 10th. Is it a place? No, it's not the place. The 10th book of this list is Relentless, and then the 9th is The Millionaire Fast Lane, and whatsoever. So they're all kind of just also categorized in just what's the best and what's the worst of the good books. So we have the 4-minute books, we have the Paul Miners, we have the Samuel Thomas Davies, we have the James Clear, we have the 5th one is the powermoves.com website, and then we have the Alan Chang, And just to really not spoiler, it is just an incredible website. It really is. It just really is. It is just, and I'm gonna say and tell you why. It is actually a pretty unknown summary site. It really is. It really is unknown, and as you can see there, Alan Chang has 49 likes on Facebook, which is just nothing. Like, for the amount of work he's putting into his fucking work. But I also have to show you, he's somehow writing it down. So he graduated from Harvard College with an AB or AM in chemistry in 2009, and he joined the MD PhD program at Harvard Medical School and MIT, and withdrew in 2013 to start my company. You can PhD research background. If you're interested in his background, just read through it. It should be interesting. I think I'm gonna do it as well. Maybe. Would be interesting. Yeah, but the thing is, his book summaries. There are not many summaries. There really are not. And he's already saying, like, okay, my goal is to capture 90% of the key information of the book in 10% of the text. Incredible. And I think he's actually doing this. So there are quite some summaries. So it's not that much, but it is something. It is something. And there are also great books like How to Win Friends and Influence People. And let's see, by the way, because I was actually interested in how detailed this one is. The thing that is so incredible about this site is actually that it is so incredibly detailed. You just have to think about it. 90% of the information in 10% of the text. And now have a look. And what do you think? Incredible, right? It's so fucking incredible. I don't know what to say. I do not know what I want to say. What I should say to that, but it's. I really feel like and this is the good thing about this site. I really feel like this is one of the only sites that actually provide such a load of information and knowledge and kind of volume of the book that they are about, that they actually do not have to read the book, but also or only read the summary. This is, the book summary site that I feel the best about saying this. Really feel like, this just really could be the case. I do not know. It's still a whole another experience, and it's still like, okay, reading the book is something different. It's totally something different. But yeah, this is also totally free. What I've forgotten to mention is actually download PDF summary, enter your email to access the best PDF summary of How to Win Friends by Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So, and by the way, the PDF summaries, I think I've accidentally downloaded one of them once, or I've had a look at them, or I want just, to support him with my email, if this is possible, because, he still has then my data whatsoever, and they are great as well. So they are also structured, and they're, all these sites, besides, I think, James Clear's, and I think all of them, besides this one, are pretty great structured. So just really well, really well. And this is one of the reasons why these are great websites, because some book summary websites just list everything down without any subheadlines, without anything, just formatted or whatsoever, and that's it. And these websites are just great. And they are just great. They really are just great. It is such a load of information you can get from it. What I forgot to mention is that the powermoves.com website, which is the one that is just, so categorized and whatsoever, it only allows you to watch or see 5 book summaries a month. I've tried it with VPN and whatsoever, but I also feel like, if it is actually what the author wants, so then you have to pay for it actually, then I do not want to get into his into his business and whatsoever. Just, do not do anything like, the VPN thing. It's not right. It really is not, because, it is work. It is his work. And there are also just a lot of great websites where you can just get not the same information, but also some information. So why would you fuck with this person? Because he's put, obviously he put a lot of time and effort into what he's doing there. So it is not free. All of them, besides the powermoves.com website, are free. But so this was it with the episode actually, and I hope you've liked it. No, it's actually great like this. I hope you've liked it, and I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and success. And still, remember how you're gonna be remembered, so that maybe you just give back something to the world or something to other people, so that you're gonna be remembered as a good person rather than a bad one.